When you get to the top row,
get ready,
as you go, the more breeze you get.
to the top row.
Yes, sir. 960. 960.
Keep popping. Keep popping.
Oh my God.
997.
Told you. 97. 97. 997.
Dante's Boxer Nation, what's going on, guys? Okay, so ever since Vasil Lomachenko turned down the Gervonta Tank Davis fight, and what would have been a really, really big fight, it would have been one of the biggest fights of the year. According to reports, a lot of high-profile boxers have been turning down fights with Gervonta. Now, and I have said, since Lomachenko is out and Shakur Stevenson is unavailable, the biggest fight for Gervonta right now would be against Teofimo Lopez. But we know Teofimo Lopez, he's not going to fight against a Gervonta. This is the same man that asked for $20 million to fight against Devin Haney. And he actually came out and admitted that he did not want to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, and he explained why.
Everybody wants to see you fight guys like Devin, Gervonta, Shakur. There's no way in hell, like, you're just going to walk away from those big fights. And even though you have accomplished more than a lot of those guys, you're just going to walk away from fighting guys like that now?
I am. Yeah, I am. I think the reason why I'm walking away is
that
not...
competitive fire's not in there, man?
It's not about the competitiveness. I could beat those guys if it was just those guys that I'm fighting. I'm fighting the referee, I'm fighting the judges, I'm fighting their cornerman, and I'm fighting the commentators. It's too many fights for me. That right there is like enough is enough.
So just to surmise everything Teofimo said right there, he doesn't want to fight Gervonta because he doesn't think he will win. And it's pretty ironic that he would talk about gift decisions, saying that he can't trust the judges, he has to fight the judges, when he himself has been involved in controversial decisions that went in his favor. Anyway, so I was saying, since Gervonta, he can't get Teofimo Lopez in the ring, another good fight would be against Edwin de los Santos, the man who knocked out Jose El Rayo Valenzuela and gave Shakur Stevenson all that he can handle. Well, it's now been confirmed that Gervonta Tank Davis actually offered Edwin de los Santos the fight. And this is according to Edwin de los Santos' own team. They admitted it. But they claim after Gervonta's team offered the fight, they accepted the fight, and Gervonta chose Lamont Roach instead.
We'll get him ready for Tank, bro, to tell you the truth.
Were you ever offered a Tank fight?
Yes, we were. Did they accepted it? No, they didn't.
So what happened? Who denied the fight?
So denied the fight. I guess they chose Lamont Roach.
I mean, listen, it makes perfect sense. You know, I don't.
It's just a good fight. Hey, I ain't knocking on. There's a good fight, but it's a 130 going up to 135. Why not fight her like Shakur said? Why did you fight somebody that, you know what I'm saying? That's a natural 135 pound.
Okay, so just for the record, Gervonta Tank Davis, the majority of the opponents he fought at 135 were natural lightweights, if not super lightweights, like Mario Barrios when he moved up to 140. With that being said, there's no doubt about it, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Edwin de los Santos would be a bigger fight than Lamont Roach. Okay, so now that we have heard Team de los Santos' side, now I would like to hear Gervonta Tank Davis' side. I mean, we just heard what Team de los Santos' team said, but we don't know if there's more to it. Which, if the Roach fight becomes official, I think a good question for Gervonta is, why did he choose Lamont Roach over Edwin de los Santos? Hector Garcia, who was a really good fighter, he was the first person to beat Lil B-Hop, Chris Colbert. He was the champion at 130. He moved up to 135 to fight against Gervonta, got knocked out. He moved back down to 130 to defend his title, and he ended up losing to Lamont Roach. And now he's the front runner to fight against Gervonta Tank Davis. Another good fight, while I'm thinking about it, would have been against Emmanuel Navarrete. But I have a feeling Emmanuel Navarrete would have turned the fight down. So it looks like we're going to get Gervonta versus Lamont Roach. Now, if Gervonta does end up fighting against Lamont Roach, I would have to say this is the first Gervonta Tank Davis fight since he became a star that I believe will be perceived as unattractive. Because all of Gervonta's fights, from Leo Santa Cruz all the way to Frank Martin, they have all been extremely attractive fights. Of course, race fans wouldn't agree with that because of the color of Davis's skin. Anytime a black fighter is not only beating non-black fighters, but knocking them out, race fans are going to try to discredit those wins as much as they can. And it's too easy to prove that it has everything to do with race, because these are the same fans that will defend Canelo Alvarez for fighting whoever he wants. So even though for the first time Gervonta Davis is involved in a fight that I'm not really excited to watch, it's not Gervonta's fault at all, because he wanted to fight the best. The Lomachenko fight would have been one of the biggest fights of the year, if not the biggest. It would have been a massive success financially, without a doubt. And this is the reason why we all need to push for mandated unification bouts, because champions should not be able to hold belts hostage, which is exactly what Lomachenko is doing right now. Once a year, champions should be ordered to unify the belts. If one champion refuses to fight, then he's stripped of his belt. If the two fighters agree to fight but they can't come to an agreement financially, it goes to a purse bid, which means we don't have to worry about the network and the promoting issues. And this idea can easily be imposed in the sport of boxing. You guys have to understand, boxing is the only sport where they make up the rules as they go. So let's hope one day we can get these mandatory unifications to get these champions to stop sitting on these belts. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Okay, there you go. Ready?
Hi, you're watching Dante Boxing Nation.
There you go. It's good, but it's a little too dark from, let me see. Let's try this from this angle. Come this way. Couldn't see your face when you come here. Okay, there, better.
Okay.
All right, ready? Go ahead.
Hi, you're watching Dante Boxing Nation.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.